At the February board meeting, my fellow board trustees and I approved a plan to establish the Houston Innovative Learning Zone, or HILZ, academies at 6 HISD schools. The academies will offer students the opportunity to receive career training in high-demand technical fields and associate degrees from Houston Community College. Joining me now to tell us more is Rosena Garcia, the Director of Career and Technology Education at HISD, and School Improvement Officer Justin Fuentes. How did the HILZ program get started?
Well, it got started as a dream that Dr. Greer envisioned to make sure that we have career and technical education programs that serve students with outcomes larger than just a high school diploma. He wanted to make sure that we had additional pieces for them to have. In other words, an associate's degree as an endpoint, as well as a high school degree. And of course, and the caveat with that would be that they also got industry certifications along with it. And so that was our charge to find how we made that happen.
We were also looking for ways to increase enrollment at some of our larger high schools that had been consistently losing enrollment over the years. Whether to bring in new students in from out of their district or to just keep the students that belong to them in their school.
Now, merging an HISD school with an HCC program, Mr. Fuentes, don't you have some experience in that?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to do my principalship at Challenge Early College High School and working with HCC for now 8 to 9 years, I believe. And it was good, very similar type programs that we're putting in place here with the associate's degree, and that these certifications exactly do turn into associate's degrees. So it's a very similar track and similar structure.
So you have experience in how to link those two programs.
Yes, sir. Yes,
fantastic. Sir. Tell us about the programs.
Well, one of the things that we went through in determining what the programs were was to make sure that we matched them up to high demand jobs right now in Houston, as well as high demand in the near future, so that there would be an alignment of high growth, high wage for the students that would come out of these programs. What was your other question?
Oh, and which schools and how in the
schools?
Programs at the schools?
Okay, so Scarborough High School has the telecommunications and networking. Booker T. Washington has the manufacturing technician. Kashmir High School has the processing technology. Fur High School has electronics engineering technology. Sterling High School has global logistics chain and supply. And Long Middle School High School has pharmacy technology.
Okay, and Long is a 6 through 12.
Will be 6 to 12 in the upcoming school year.
Right. So. Okay. So you go through this program and you will have a certificate that's worth a job?
Absolutely. All of the certificates that the students will be receiving as a part of this program have been verified or have been sanctioned by business and industry, so that once they do have them and they put them on their resume, when they go do interviews and when the industries will recognize what they are.
Great, great. And how can you apply to these schools?
We do have an application that is already available at the schools, so you can either pick one up. Very shortly, we will have those online available to parents and students, so that all they got to do is do a click on the internet onto our website, and they should be able to have those available. And once they fill them out, they need to drop them off at the school that they want to apply at, and then that gets the process started.
Okay, at the comprehensive high schools where you're locating some of these programs, will they be separate group where you start out in 9th grade, 10th and 11th, and so there's a camaraderie in there?
We will be doing these in cohort groups, and so certainly we want to make sure that we prepare the 9th grade students going into this. But this year we're going to be starting, and from here forward actually, in the summer of their 10th grade is when they start to take the classes. So the preparation for the students to become college ready, to take their entrance exam, and to make sure that they have all of those entry requirements in place will start at the 10th grade, during the 10th grade year.
So students who are maybe in middle school now need to know that they have to be prepared for an entrance exam to get into the HCC.
That is correct.
Part of the program.
That is correct. Another thing that's really important is that the that the students who actually start the classes, they need to know what's really important, that once they start taking the classes, this will follow them well beyond the high school years. So if they don't do as well in these classes, that's going to show up in their transcripts at any university that they apply to. So it's real important for them to take it seriously.
Because they get actual college credit.
That is correct. They will be college students at the same time that they are high school students.
And how long is the program? Okay, is it 4 years? Or is it an extra year?
It is actually a 2-year program, but the way that we're rolling it out is they begin in the summer of their 10th grade year. They take classes in the fall and spring of their 11th, summer of their 11th, fall and spring of their 12th grade year, and then a summer after their 12th grade year, and then they graduate in the summer.
Okay. And for those students who are interested in entering now, they contact the HISD website?
They could do that, or each of our schools has a contact, and the staff has been made aware of the details, so they could also get information from the schools themselves.
Oh, great, great. I would like you to elaborate a little bit more on the programs. What are the benefits to the students and some of the things that you see coming out of it?
Well, besides the certifications, another thing that is going to be very key for the students is that they will also have an opportunity to travel to industry sites, and so that they get to see once they graduate what they will be working in, as well as a very valuable internship during the program, so that they get to go and experience what they're going to be doing once they leave the program.
Oh, great.
And 2 other pieces of note with Rosena's research. Each of these industries have salaries ranging between $35,000 and $100,000 just with these certificates. And beyond that, these students actually have the opportunity with almost all of our state colleges to turn these into bachelor's degrees. So these credits that they have will grow and become transferable so they can finish out a 4-year degree.
So it's a way that they can graduate from high school and receive a salary enough that then they can finish their own college without going in too deep in debt.
Right.
Absolutely.
So one thing that I have heard right now has been, well, what if I wanted to go to a college and I don't want to have a technical degree? This, in fact, is not going to hinder that process. Whether you choose to become, to take this technical degree and go out into the workforce, or then, like Justin said, if you want to move on to a 4-year university, or to a university that takes the credits that you got from the degree that we put together, those could be transferred to a college that will accept. There are certain colleges that do that, so you can start from basically your junior year, if you will, or if you're going to go on to a UT or an A&M, the college courses, there are some college courses that will transfer from here, just like as if you would have taken dual credit classes during high school. So it is not just for those students that want to just get a technical degree.
Right. It's a fantastic opportunity for a lot of students in Houston. We appreciate the hard work that y'all have done in getting this program going.
Thank you.
And thank y'all again for coming today.